The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, escaped a plane crash together with over 100 passengers at the local wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos.
His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi has been banned from every national asset. Yes, let me add every. But he has been banned from visiting some certain national or Nigerian institutions or something. Why do I say so? The report have it that His Excellency was in London, in United Kingdom, last month, where he attended a meeting. And from there, he was invited to take a snapshot with the Super Eagles after the game they had with the Jamaicans. And unfortunately, there was an order from above that he is not allowed to take a snapshot with the national team. This is a private citizen. This is somebody who was a presidential candidate, a national figure, and who was there to cheer them up. So now that he went there on his own, but he was invited by some of the officials, but then he was later banned from visiting them. But before we look at the details as how it went in Brentford Stadium, let's look at this particular story of a near crash of the plane that His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi was in from Abuja to Lagos some nights ago.
According to reports, the Air Peace plane was to land at about 1:55 p.m. but landed at 2:25 p.m. with approximately 30 minutes behind schedule. Sources privy to the incident disclosed that for about 30 minutes, the pilot lost control, leaving the aircraft to hover, instilling fear and trembling on all passengers. Peter Obi was in the plane. Many lost hope. We thought the plane would crash. He was calm and resolute. He was telling people around him to be calm, that all will be well. We thank God we survived. No one would have believed it was an accident if the plane had crashed with Peter Obi inside.
This particular news drag a lot of speculation, that the Nigerian political landscape is actually on hot seat right now because of the fact that the current government is not performing, and many view every move of His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi as a way of selling himself to Nigerians. But hell no. Just like the story that we brought to you earlier, it will interest you to know that His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi has been facing a lot of things in this country which have not been reported both on mainstream media or even social media. Now, I think you might never come across the issue of him and the Super Eagles if not for this Mr. Mazi, who make this post on his verified Twitter handle some days ago. Now, we are seeing the report that the plane nearly crashed and all of that, and many people are saying no, this was not true. But when you look at some of the evidence shown, the reports given so far, I don't understand the reason why every given opportunity Nigerians turn everything to political drama here and there. But you know what? His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi cannot crash in a plane crash. Why? Because he is loved by Nigerians, right? And he is there to save this country. Remember his public speech and campaign during the 2023 general election, when he talked about it is impossible to have a professional pilot and be asking a conductor to fly the plane. It's not going to work. You don't tell a driver to fly a plane and tell a pilot to go and, it doesn't work that way. Somebody who is a professional in that field should be the one leading when they were campaigning for 2023 general election. So what am I trying to say in essence here? His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, just like those of you that know the story in the Bible, when Jonah was in the ship, what happened? The ship was trying to capsize and all of that, and he said, okay, throw me into the water, and the ship regained its stability. But look at him in that particular scenario. He was so calm. He was even encouraging them. It was like the situation in Nigeria as of today, where we are facing a lot of turbulence. Ahead of 2027, we are facing a lot of trouble. The pilot that is piloting Nigerian affair as of today, he's cycling around, don't even know where to click, when to land, when to take off. You don't even know. So by 2027, it will be good for Nigerians to understand that there is somebody who can actually take off and land safely, not the one that will be wobbling around the air without knowing where to land or what is the problem. But so let's go back to the issue of His Excellency being banned from visiting, Nigerian assets and all of that. According to Mr. Mazi, written on his verified handle on X, he said that every time His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi speaks about how the system tries to silence him, I listen, but I never imagine I would witness it firsthand. Not until Saturday, 31st of May 2025. This is an eyewitness report of how the current administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing everything possible to take Mr. Peter Obi out. I think by now you should understand exactly why the crisis in Labour Party keep on lingering. Even the Supreme Court judgment was given in such a way that any of the party can interpret it to suit themselves. You understand now, right? So let's look at the story. It all started on the 30th of May 2025 when Mr. Peter Obi was accompanied by Mr. Mazi to London Business School, where he engaged in a fireside chat on From Promise to Prosperity, chanting African development with political will and vision, hosted by the African Business Club, which ended with a powerful and inspiring section of Q&A. After the event, Mr. Peter Obi and Mazi boarded an Uber to Brentford Community Stadium, where Nigeria faces Jamaica in the Unity Cup final. Remember that the Super Eagles played Ghana in a semi-final where Nigerian jollof rice was better than Ghana jollof rice. You know, right? That banter, So now, at the entrance, they run into the band. You know the band very well with his music and all of that. Who came to perform at the event? After an exchange of pleasantry, they went in and sat near the national team. The match eventually, for those who did not watch that match, ended and went into penalty. As it gets intense, the crowd in their usual way started chanting Obi, 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 and some players began to notice that Mr. Peter Obi was actually on the stand. To avoid becoming a distraction, Mr. Peter Obi quietly stepped back, cheering the team from a distance during the penalty shootout. Now, that is another way that you will understand one who have this leadership quality, not the one that want to take glory for everything. You step aside, not to distract the team. And now you will understand the reason why the space that was scheduled for 29th of May was rescheduled. Right? Because 29th of May was 2 years anniversary of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and in respect to that, I believe was the reason why His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi have to shift that indefinitely. But after Nigeria won the game, some officials invited him to join their post-match photo section. Now, this is where the whole drama started from. But Obi, who loves to follow protocol, politely asked them to get clearance from the officials in order to avoid the narrative of the Benue saga. If you are lost, you can check our past videos to understand better. So suddenly everything changed. One of the officials, after a phone call, returned with a hardened face and shouted, "He is not allowed to take pictures with the team." You see? Remember I said just now, if you are lost, check our previous videos concerning the Benue saga, where he was going to Benue after visiting Jos Plateau because of the massacre that happened in Plateau, Jos, and he was going to Benue to sympathize with the Benue citizens and the governor, and was declared persona non grata in Benue State. And after that, you can see what is going on. So just a moment earlier, the same official were being visibly excited about Peter Obi's presence. But it is like a Biloko has given an order. And so we have to follow their procedures. And that was what happened. Furthermore, he also testified that the transformation was so disturbing. It was clearly someone has given a directive. The atmosphere shifted instantly. This according to Mazi. One player, still determined, tried to greet him after the photo, but from the pitch a voice thunder. This one, you just did like say, now one, the gods of the land are speaking. And he said, you have been told not to greet him. The security physically blocked this player from reaching Mr. Peter Obi. What is going on? This is football, and football is meant to unite the world. But in Nigeria, they don't carry politics scatter everywhere. There is no way you can do anything in this country without politics getting involved. This is madness of highest order. But however, the player, visibly upset, walked off the pitch straight to the dressing room. It was shocking to witness. Even effort to see the team in the dressing room was met with the same instruction from above. Remember what I said earlier? Instruction from above. Unbelievable, right? Anyway, but Nigerians and Jamaica fans continue to, go around Mr. Peter Obi trying to take pictures with him. They didn't care about the politics that is playing and hitting in Nigeria as of today. You can't buy legitimacy, right? And that is what Mr. Peter Obi has. He got that legitimacy. The 2023 election, he won it. And you see, anywhere he goes, Nigerians are always in love with him. But this current government, they are looking for legitimacy, left, right, and center. And according to Mazi, he said, I left the stadium thinking, even in football, a sport meant to unite us, politics has been what? Weaponized. That moment deepened my resolve. In 2027, we must build a country where no one is silenced based on party affiliation, a nation where everyone is equal, Mr. Mazi wrote on his X handle. Let's have this conversation in the comment section. Please, this should be devoid of any sentiment. Please, thank you for watching.